Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is different to the videos which I've uploaded previously. In today's video we will be looking like how we can repair your gaming mouse, and basically I'll be doing the commentary on this video because when I recorded this video there was some issue with the audio recording, so I have to record the audio again. Mostly in this video I'll be doing the commentary. So this is my first gaming mouse, Kailh. I bought it around 10 years back, and like it has 4 programmable buttons on the side, and it's a triangular design and it can be used by both left hand and right hand, and it has RGB. So this mouse started giving me double click issue, so then I bought this mouse, which is Kailh, and this has 11 programmable buttons along with 3 standard buttons. So this is like similar to Death Adder, Razer Death Adder, but it has more programmable buttons, and like both these mouse are now out of production. Like what is a double click issue? So when you try to select a text, you click your mouse button and drag your mouse and then let it go. But if your mouse has double click issue, then when you do the first click and move your mouse for selection, then second click will happen and your selection will go away. So this is called double click issue, where like you did not intended the double click, but it happens because of the button malfunction or the life cycle of button has ended. And same thing is true when you are doing the scrolling. So you click the mouse button and do the scroll by moving your mouse, but like if there is a double click issue, then the scrolling will not happen. So my both mouse started giving me this issue, and like the third place where you can see the issue is when you are doing the gaming, basically in online games and games like Counter-Strike, where every click matters because there is a random pattern how your gun fires. So if there is a double click issue, then your gun will not fire as your expectation and you will not get the kills. So like I found this site called Mackeys.com, and from this site you can buy keyboard, mouse, desk mat in India. And like in accessories of mouse, it also sells the micro switches for mouse. So it has 3 TTC Gold, Kailh micro switch and Huano, and like recently I checked, it has Omron micro switches as well, which was the original micro switches that were installed on my gaming mouse. But at the time of my purchase, only 3 options were there, so I basically bought a Kailh micro switch, and these switches are good for around 80 million clicks. So it's a good life cycle. Omron micro switches are around like 20 or 30 millions. Now these switches, Omron switches, are also available on Amazon.in, but we cannot be sure like if these buttons are original, and the cost was also higher, on the higher side in Amazon. So I bought from Mackeys.com. It cost me 90 per switch and then 100 rupees shipping. So let's see the unboxing of my 2 mouse. So this is Kailh. So this I bought for around 3000 rupees 10 years back, and like this mouse has a V-shaped ergonomic fit, so like it can be used for left hand as well as right handers. And like this has 4 DPIs, so maximum is 3200 DPI. You can use it 1600, 800 and 400. Like overall mouse buttons are 5+2, and like 4 you can program, and rest of the 3 are standard. And it has RGB as well, and it comes in a very cool case that I just showed. So like it was a very good mouse. I used it for 4 or 5 years, and then it started developing the
double mouse click issue. So then I bought my next mouse, which is Rocket Tie. So let's see the unboxing of that mouse. So it has a similar box, a bigger, and you can see it's a bigger mouse than the Rocket Kova. So both these mouse are now out of production. You will not be able to buy them. Maybe they are available online. So it has 8200 dpi Pro aim laser sensor, and overall it has 14 mouse buttons, like 3 are standard and rest you can program. It has a like shift button for thumb as well, and it has RGB, and it was pretty cool mouse. So these are my two mice, and this also comes with a cool case that I've really shown. So these are all the buttons. So there's the shift button. So this also started like double click issue, and currently I was not able to use it, but after repair I think I'll be able to use this mouse. So let's see those three Kailh micro switches buttons that I ordered from Mackeys.com. So this Mackeys.com is based on Cuttack, Odisha, and they ship by Blue Dart. So these three buttons cost me 80 per piece, and then 100 rupees shipping. So overall like 340 rupees, and I have these three micro switches from Kailh, which is a good brand, and these switches have 80 million is good for like 80 million clicks. Life cycle is 80 million clicks. So let's see. So let's keep them aside and let's open up our first mouse, which is Rocket Tie. So first, like, we have to remove the skids because these screws are below these skids. So let's fast forward. So this mouse has a connection to the top cover, so be careful when you are removing the top cover of this mouse. So there is a iFixit page as well for this mouse on how to replace the micro switch buttons for left and right click. So that page I will also share in the description of this video. So now the top cover is removed. We have to like separate the motherboard because we have to desolder the currently installed buttons, and that can happen from the bottom of this motherboard. So this scroll wheel is attached to the motherboard, so that we have to remove as well. So it's a very thin plus screw. So now we have removed that, motherboard comes out, and the good part of this mouse is the wire can be removed from the motherboard. So you can have the motherboard totally disconnected from the wire, and it helps in desoldering the buttons. So these are the two arm-on buttons in the front of the mouse that we have to remove, and we have to install the new buttons there. So like you have to like melt the solder, and with the use of vacuum gun you have to pick up that solder, melted solder. So this is a very tedious process. It took me around 20 to 30 minutes to desolder both the buttons. And good part about this motherboard is not all the three connectors were soldered, only two connectors were soldered, so I have to remove only two per button. So 4 connection I have to remove. And so yeah, this process was very tedious. I'm not a professional in this regard I'm just a beginner, so it took me time. So here both the buttons are installed, so now we will place the new buttons and we will solder them back to the motherboard. So soldering them back is an easy process rather than removing the buttons. So you will see, like, I was able to solder both the buttons to the motherboard in just 1 minute. So that was a quick process. Here goes the first connection, here goes the second connection, and same for the second button. And that's it. We have installed the new buttons. That was fast, right? So now like we have to reassemble the mouse. So let's connect all the wires. So first let's secure the motherboard, connect all the wires, and secure the mouse wheel, middle mouse wheel. So now all these screws are attached, so we can install these kits. And that's it. Our mouse is repaired. We have replaced the two buttons. And yeah, I can feel the clicks. So let's move to the next mouse. So same way we have to disassemble it first. So yeah, one point here is, like, these Kailh micro switches are little clicky. These are not soft as were the earlier buttons. So I will suggest, like, you guys to buy Huano's micro switches, because those switches are a little softer, has a little softer click than these. So yeah, so the second mouse is also now deassembled. So same way we have to remove the solder, and like in this mouse we cannot remove the wire, so that was one disadvantage. It was directly connected to the board, and like the button on this mouse, all the 3 points of the button were soldered, so that was the pain. And this also took me 20 minutes to remove the button. And now I have installed the new button, and the soldering back part is just 1 minute. So now that is done. So now we can again reassemble the mouse. And yeah, I apologize for the focus and the quality of the video that is recorded on the table, but this is my first time doing something like this, so maybe in future I'll improve that. So this mouse has 3 connectors to the top cover, so that was a tedious part to remove and then again attach. So now the mouse is assembled, so now let's check them in the game. So this is, I'm playing with Dion mouse, and it seems to work fine. My shots are going good, and like I scored an ace. I'm lying, like this. There's an old clip, but this is me playing with Rocket Dion. And yeah, like both the mouse are repaired and restored, and the mouse clicks are working fine. There is no double click. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Please do support the channel. Please subscribe and like the video, and do like click on the notification icon. So thanks, till next time. Goodbye.